What's it like having an agent? So, for those of you that are new here, I'm Brixenta. I am a fitness instructor and singer, and I've been doing content for probably 7 years. What was I gonna say? Oh, I have been in agencies for the past 2 years. I started off with live streaming agencies, and then I've worked with a few TikTok shop agencies. Now I have a TikTok shop slash overall content agency. And the journey has been a little wild. When I started with the live streaming agency, I didn't know. Because I found a job posting on Indeed for a live streamer, and I was like, okay. And I didn't really know that live streaming agencies were a thing. I didn't know how any of that worked. So like I kind of stumbled into it. But I've been with that agency ever since I signed up. I have been with them. I love them. My agent is so sweet and helpful. Like anytime I need help, she is right there. And the assistant, same with her assistant. I've worked a lot more with her since they are now doing TikTok shop. Not TikTok shop, TikTok live agency as well. That started in, oh my gosh, I forgot I just had to re-sign with them because that started in December of last year. Because I was the first person, I might have been the second person, but I was the first or second person in the TikTok agency. Not the TikTok agency in general, but for my agent, Fame. It's Fame. I can tell you which agency it is. I don't know why I was trying to be discreet. It's because I've had bad experiences. That's why. I love my agency. If you want to know more about the agency, let me know. They're live streaming. So specifically live streaming. If you want to know more about Fame, let me know. I will be glad to tell you whatever you want to know. I love them. Other agencies. Well, I've worked with another live streaming agency. I didn't have a problem with the agency. I had a problem with the app that I was using for them. We'll get to that in a minute. And then TikTok shop agencies, we'll talk a little bit more about what that entails and what to look for. I've worked with multiple different ones on that. I had signed with one. You don't really sign with the TikTok agencies. You link your account to them, which just means that they can see your data. They can't do anything to your account with, like, the only thing they can do is ask you to do something. Like, they cannot do anything to your account except see your data. And TikTok shop specifically, not all your data, just TikTok shop, specifically TikTok shop. They can't read your messages. They can't do anything like that. So your account is linked to their agency, is how that works. The first one I signed with, I've linked 2 different ones. I am in one that I am very happy with now. The first one that I linked with, the TikTok shop was new. It was in May, and so it opened to creators in April. And the first thing I bought was, actually I think the first thing I bought was the crystal light lamp. If you've seen my ASMR videos, which if you haven't, the fitness playlist, a couple weeks ago I did an ASMR one. Yes, I did ASMR Fitness Edition. It's interesting. It'll bore you to sleep unless you are very interested in learning. It could go either way. So, if you go to my TikTok, it has a playlist of ASMR videos. It also has a series of ASMR videos. But anyways, so I've been using the crystal lamp and this microphone for all those. I've been using the microphone a lot, and I've dropped this thing so many times. But anyways, so those were the first 2 things that I bought I bought them with my own money. Paid full price, no coupon, like nothing like that. I bought them. And so that was probably, I think it became available. I was one of the very first people I was the very first round of people to get invited to start doing the TikTok shop and as a creator. And that was like mid-March, and beginning of May or end of March, because it was like a few weeks before I bought anything. But end of March, beginning of May is when I bought these, and I have loved them. But this microphone went crazy and I made a lot of sales off of it. So this agency reached out to me and they're like, we can get you more. And at the time, it was hard to get free samples and you had a very limited amount. Brands weren't reaching out to me. It wasn't as, I don't know if you have any experience with a TikTok shop, but it wasn't as nutso as it is right now, which we can get to that too, because holy moly, I am so overwhelmed. Like, I have a good 30 to 50 brands, depends on the day, reaching out to me every single day. And yeah, and that's not an exaggeration. It's so overwhelming. So like when these brands are being I don't even know how to word it. Uncooperative? I don't even know how to word it. That's not really the word I'm looking for. I have no patience for it. Like, I can be patient with you if it's a learning thing and you just don't understand. No problem. I will talk with you. I'm like, I've been in the shop for quite some time, from the creator perspective. So if you want help, I can certainly do that. I have no problem with that. But some of these brands are demanding and all they want to do is send you a free sample. And it's like, no. Here's my rates. So like, it just really depends on how they are, because they have, some of them have an attitude about it. Anyways, like, there are just some that are just horrible to work with. There are some that are fine. And then there are some that are amazing to work with. But anyways, I have like 30 to 50 a day to go through and I'm kind of exhausted. And so, but then it was hard to get free samples. You could only request 5 and you couldn't request any more until you did a video on one of those 5 and you had to have the product first. So it could have been a couple of months before you could do a video on that one product. And so that you had, anyways, so like, it wasn't like you were getting stuff every day like it is now. So when they said that they could work with me and find more free samples for me and higher commissions, because like a lot of people were doing 5 to 10% commission and that's it. And they were like, we can probably do like 20% a lot of times, 20, 30% a lot of times. And so when they were wanting to help with that, I'm like, oh, I don't see where the harm in this could be. And there wasn't any harm, but I went ahead and linked with them, and before I did, I was like, oh, a year? Oh, that's a really long time. And it's like, unless you request to be unlinked and then they approve it. And it was like, oh, I questioned it, but then I was like, I don't see what harm this could do. And so I linked with them, but I think like the last week I requested a couple of the samples, but I'm like, because like I just did a couple humidifier videos and like those I actually needed, but like, and I love doing reviews. I think it's so much fun. I just have so many of them, and the editing process, like I will be very, 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 very glad to be at a point where I can hire a TikTok editor and to do editing for those videos, because I cannot keep up with everything right now. And editing is not if you've watched any of my videos, I do not like editing. And so when I have to do a lot of editing, it just weighs me down and I become overwhelmed, and that's where I'm at right now. Because holy moly, I have a lot of videos, because I'm in 3 different programs with TikTok as well. So I'm making my regular content, but then I'm making content for 3 different programs as well. And then on top of all of that, I am trying to sift through all of these brands and emails, because I'm getting emails, I'm getting DMs, I'm getting TikTok shop messages, and trying to sift through all of that and trying to sift through what's good, what's bad, what I would even consider, even if it seems decent, just so much. And then on top of that, making the videos and doing the production and the editing and all the things that goes into making videos, and then making my regular content on top of that, and then making my YouTube on top of that, and then my singing, and then also teaching classes. I'm just like, who thought this would be a good idea? Who thought this would be a good idea? I did, and it is. It's just I need help. I'm at the point where I'm like, I need help. So I'm like, I need an agency that will help me because my account, it's been kind of stuck-ish for the past couple of months, and I'm like, I'm at a point where I'm emotionally in a better place and able to ask for help. I just didn't even know how before, and I'm like, I still don't totally know how, but like knowing now too, like any agency you work with, you should not be paying them a fee up front, like a monthly fee or anything like that. That's typically not how agencies work. If you are paying a monthly fee up front, unless you're doing something like, it's not Stage It, what's it called? It's for actors. It's Backstage Pass. No, that's the one for singers. That one's fine too. That's not actually, that one's not actually an agency. And the one that I'm thinking of for actors, that's not actually an agency either. But your agent doesn't typically get paid until you do. And for TikTok Shop, okay, so for live streaming, your agency, so you get all the gifts that are coming to you, you get that. And then typically the app that you're working with pays them a certain percentage of your gifts. Not what you've gotten, because whatever percentage they like, I think it's like 40 or 45% of the gift like goes to the creator on TikTok. Don't quote me on percentages. I don't know them. And so then like I'm making these numbers up too. So like 45% goes to the creator. No, I think it's like 30%, 30 or 40%. I don't remember. So 40% goes to the creator, and then I don't know, 15, 20% goes to the agency, and then the rest goes to TikTok. So like it would be something like that. And then I don't know what they do with the gift portion that they would normally reserve for agencies, that people that aren't in agencies, I don't know what they do with that, but they do a lot of like prizes. So like if you reach certain number of gifts or whatever, then you get X number of diamonds, which converts to dollars. So that, I'm sure that's a big portion of what they do with it, if not all of it. This is me just guessing and assuming some of those things, but like my agency doesn't charge me to be in the agency. They only get paid when I get paid. So that's how that works. And then for the TikTok Shop, it's the same thing. They really should not be charging you, because what should be happening is the agency's job is to reach out to brands to A, get you free samples, B, get you higher commissions, and C, get themselves paid as well. So if you are getting a 20% commission, you keep 100%. You keep all of that 20%. You do not pay the agency anything. The agency gets money from the brand. The brand pays them. So the agency works hard to get creators that are on A game, and the brand pays the agency to get those creators. So that's what the brand is paying for. And then the agency is getting paid to get the creators, and they're being paid to connect with the creators. So the the agent is getting paid to connect the brand with the creators, and the brand wants that because they're finding good creators, because they're working consistently with them, and so they know whether or not they're good creators. And then the creators want that because they're getting the free samples, and it's not taking up a slot in your request, and you're getting higher commissions typically. Plus, if you're working with a good agency, then you know you can rely on the shops that they're trying to work with right now. That they're trying to work with. Like 2 upcoming campaigns that I have going on is, one's a coffee brand, but the other one's Gatorade. And there's a NYX makeup campaign coming up too. So it's like there are some agencies who you don't have to link with to work with them. Their LGI's one that has been going around a lot. I don't know how I feel about them, because and this could have been just specifically this person and not their agency. I don't even want to say it, because it's going to put ideas of how their agency is run in your head, and I don't want that, because I don't know how I feel about them. They're kind of one of those that it's like they've reached out to me so many freaking times. Like, it's unreal how many people that they have in their agency as agents or like assistants or something like that have reached out to me. it's insane. But like what they do, for instance, is typically when they reach out to me, they give me a form and they're like, you can choose from these 50 different products, and each one will have like, you can choose one from this shop and you can choose 5 from this shop, or whatever, like something like that. So I don't know how those agencies work, but if you link with an agency, that agency is typically getting paid from the brand, and you should not be paying the agencies. And so that's how the TikTok shop one works. And so, okay, so with just general content, like content and performances and all that stuff, the agency, again, you shouldn't be paying your agency up front. Typically what happens is when you get a brand deal, so we're going to focus on content. So when you get a brand deal, they will take 10%. Like I said, I'm making up numbers, but they'll take 10% of whatever the brand deal is. So they want paid more. So they're going to work really hard to get you a really good brand deal. And you want paid more. So you want them to work really hard to get you a good brand deal, because it is worth it. At least for me, because holy cow, trying to get a decent deal from some of these brands has just been like, you want me to basically work for free? How do you want me to pay my team? Which is why I have nobody editing my TikTok videos right now, and I need it. I need it so bad, but we're changing that. Anyways, and then I know this is like off the fitness topic, and this is not really, but it's part of my life, and this is kind of more of a vlog style video. But anyways, so as far as that type of agency goes, I'm pretty new to that type of agency. I think that I didn't have enough faith in myself before, for one, to like even think that I could be with an agency, even though I was with the live streaming agency for the last 2 years, and I've been with TikTok shop agencies since beginning of the summer, end of spring. I still just like didn't feel worthy. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, because I'm at a point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore by myself. I have to have help. I cannot do this. So what they should be doing is not all of them. A lot of them will do PR for you, will help you with the PR, because the more PR you get, the more brands will want to work with you, and the more they get paid. And so the more your agent will get paid, because the more brands want to work with you, the more money they can get. So it's all a win-win. And a lot of them will even help you sift through the brand deals that you're getting into your inbox. And right now, holy moly, I'm getting so many of them. I'm like, my anxiety level's going up just talking to you. I wish you could like see anxiety right now, because you would see it like skyrocketing. I'm so stressed out right now. I'm like, I'm just stressed out because there's so much going on right here, and I'm struggling to keep afloat right now. So, because it's just insanity. But anyways, so they'll help you get brand deals. A lot of them will help you go through your emails and the ones that are reaching out to you in the brand deals, and then a lot of them will help you out with like PR and things like that too. And then like typically a good agency is going to help you develop your content to create more traffic and grow and all these things. So the agency that I am currently working with is ran by because my biggest platform is TikTok, and so that's where I spend the majority of my time and efforts. So the creator of this agency, they actually reached out to me. So for a while, I like was like, I want this to be true, but I was like, there's no way this agency just reached out to me, because it was like right around the same time as I decided I needed to work with an agency. I think they actually reached out to me before I even emailed anybody. So I was super skeptical, and I looked into it, and I couldn't find anything on the creator side, but I did find this huge marketing agency that was like up and coming marketing agency. And I'm like, well, if they're a marketing agency, they probably do work with creators. That makes sense. However, there's nothing on that side of things leading me to believe it's new, or they're using this agency as a front, which is what I thought. Actually, they're using this agency as a front to scam people. And so I thought I was being scammed. I went to the actual agency website and emailed them and forwarded that email that I got, and I was like, is this you? Did you send me this email? Because I'm kind of skeptical because this came out of nowhere. And they're like, yeah, that's us. We appreciate you being cautious and all this stuff. Like, they went into a whole thing. And I was like, okay, I still feel like I'm being scammed. I'm being punked, like something here. Because I had looked into it, and the agency is supposed to be run by these two brothers who have this account that was 33.5 million followers on TikTok. And I'm just like, is like somebody like using their website as, you like, did somebody put up like a fake website and is using it to scam people? Like, what is going on? So we had a meeting. No, I actually met with one of the brothers. I haven't met the other one yet. But I met with one of the brothers, and I was just like, what? This isn't a scam. This is actually real. When going into the meeting, I still thought it was a scam. I was like, no, this can't be real. No way can this be real. And I'm like, you mean to tell me this is very real? Not only is this real, like, he's actually meeting with us. And then he was like, talking about, like, because you can do different program, there's like basically like 3 different options you can do within the agency. One is like just kind of working with them here and there, and not linking to them at all. And then one's just linking to them, and then you do your content however you want. They just give you a little extra assistance, whatever. And then one is like, they're like, we will fully help you grow. If you want to grow your account like we did, we're going to fully help you with that. We're going to support you, like, however. But like, I don't like managing people, so like, however, if that's what you want to do, I'll do it. But like, otherwise, you're on your own. You can do your content however you want to do it. Not you're on your own. They're very much there to be supportive. I had an account manager before I even decided to that yes, this is the agency I want to go with. And I was already linked to that other agency, so I wasn't sure how this was going to go. But like, once I found that out, I was like, wait, like, they messaged me, they reached out to me before I had started looking for an agent, but I didn't talk to them until after because it was like a little ways apart. So I had emailed so many agencies, and I was like, I don't even know. One of them basically told me they were too good for me. I wasn't good enough for them. And I was just like, they did not say it like that, obviously, but it was just like, if I'm not good enough for you now, I won't ever be. I don't want your help. I was like, I can stop being hurt over nothing now and just move on to somebody else. And then I had another one reach out to me today, and I was like, oh, I kind of forgot that I had sent, because I sent a bunch of emails out because I'm like, I'm overwhelmed. I need help yesterday. And so, when I went to this meeting, I was so frazzled and so stressed out because I was like, I need help so bad. And I don't exactly know, like, I don't have any. I have links to like not bad agency, like live streaming agencies, but I'm already in one, so I don't need another one. I have links to TikTok shop agencies, but I don't really need another one of those. What I really need is like just like a general agent for all my content. And so I was like so stressed out because I was like, I need this like yesterday. And I was like, I know this is a daunting thing and it takes so much time, and I really should have been working on this like months, probably a year ago, honestly. And I didn't. And so now I'm just like, don't do what I did. If you're planning to grow, do that now. And so I went to this meeting, and I was like, wait, not only is this legitimate, like they can actually help, like they're already right here, they can help me, and I trust them because they've done it. And like, yes, some of that might have been luck because like of the timing and all that stuff, like whatever, but like, I'm like, they've done it. Like, not only have they done it, they're like in the midst of still doing it and doing all of this stuff, so they know both like the agent side of things and like the inner workings of being a creator. So I'm like, they can take me to where I want to go. So I'm like, so wait, you're telling me like, not only is this legitimate, this just solved my problem? What? I was like shocked and just, I'm super excited, but I was so shocked. And I wasn't sure, since I was linked with that one agency, if it was going to be a challenge or if it was going to be okay, or I did not know how that was going to go. But what happened was I emailed a whole bunch of different people, anybody who ever emailed me from that agency, because I had so many different ones. But like, so the ones that had samples, like they had sent samples, there was like multiple different ones, but nobody had reached out to me in months. And all the ones that had been reaching out to me were like the sample, like, here's the list of free samples for this week or whatever that you can choose from. And because like there was no like campaigns going on or anything like that, it was run a bit differently. And they were all no reply emails, so like I couldn't reply to any of those. And I was like, nobody's even reached out to me. Like, I think it was like the first month people were, and I think maybe the second month people were, and then nobody's reached out to me since. So I'm just like, I don't even know who to talk to. So I sent out emails to anybody, and finally one of them responded, and they're like, oh, like, what's the problem? Or is there any way that we can help you stay? Like, what? I don't even remember. And I told them everything that I needed, and they're like, oh, like, we understand, like, and it was a super easy process. They unlinked, and they even like hoped to work in the future, like blah blah, whatever, you know, the niceties. But like, it was actually really easy, and I was like, this has been too easy. What? Because like, when all of this stuff really getting into the fitness jobs this time around, I kind of did the same thing of like, when it was supposed to happen, it all just like dominoed into place and kind of like fell into place on accident almost. And I was like, wait, that wasn't hard. This was easy. What just happened? And I'm kind of doing that again. And I'm like, I thought that was going to be really hard, and this is going to be this whole process, and it's going to be so daunting. And then it just fell into my lap, and now I'm in this agency, and it was easy to unlink from the other agency and easy to get into this one. I signed for 2 years. Well, I didn't sign. I linked for 2 years. The other one I only linked to for a year, but this one I'm linked to for 2 years. So we'll see how. So hopefully it's everything that I wanted it to be. I think it will. Because it's been unbelievably amazing to like work with them already, and I haven't been in it very long. And like I said, like the campaigns they have going on are with reputable brands. They're with good brands. I can trust that they're trying to get what's best for everybody, and not just trying to make a quick buck. They're in it for the long term. They're building. Not only did they build their account like built up really fast. It's been going for a few years, but like, now their agency is skyrocketing too. And now like to the point where they're working with creators, and the creator, like, it's all just going crazy in a good way. But that's where I'm at with the agency stuff. If you have questions, let me know, because I can't answer all the questions. There's so many things that go into it, but I can answer a lot of things because I've been around for a little while. But I love you. I believe in you. Dream big, take action. Bye.